Let's take a look at SPY on the daily time frame. You can see today that we opened with a gap down and we've continued to just push all the way down all day long. Now let's look at the weekly time frame for SPY, and the indicators are back on here. I want to zoom in, and we're only looking at the March 2020 correction from here, and we can see that we dipped at that time frame. We dipped very far down below this red line, which is the SMA 200. Then, as we were starting to get some strength back, we came back above, and then we got back to sort of a normal position, which is above this EMA 12. So we were above this EMA 12, we come down, we test the EMA 26, then we go back up above the EMA 12, we come down, we test the EMA 26. Now this was the pattern we were into for a while, and I'm going to take you further back and look at different patterns that SPY has. But you can see that we hadn't been testing the EMA 26 for quite some time. We've always been above the EMA 12, and this represents weeks and weeks and weeks, months and months and months, because back here we're at February 2021. Still haven't gone down and tested that EMA 26. So we've been above this EMA 12 for so long. Finally this week, we're coming down to test that EMA 26. This should have been done before. This is the overdue, people call it a correction. I prefer to call it weekly consolidation, but we are having a little bit of consolidation here on the weekly. Now let's look at the same period in the monthly time frame. You can see back here in the COVID 2020 correction, we came all the way down and we tested the SMA 100. We bounced off the SMA 100 and we made our way over a period of a few months over that EMA 12. So as we were riding that EMA 12 up, we did come down for a couple of months of consolidation here, touched the EMA 12, and then just bounced off of it, and we have been nowhere around it ever since. So basically, we are finally getting some monthly consolidation. We haven't really had the consolidation since October 2020. So this is why people are saying that we are overdue for this on SPY. So I want to take one more look at the monthly here, and I just want to zoom out and move back to 2008 here. So September 2008, after the correction, I just want to take a look at the trend that we were moving in for the 10 years following that period. So you can see to about here, this is at the 2020, we dipped right down to that trend line, touched it, went even further. This is kind of a 45-degree angle trend line that we were moving at for 10 years, and this is sort of a healthy chart. Now, since this COVID-19 dip, this is our trend line. I mean, if you just look at the angle difference of these two trend lines, pretty extreme. We've just been raging bulls on this SP500 now for quite some time. So this is why we are talking about this being some healthy consolidation coming in, some overdue consolidation. Now the question is, how far are we going to consolidate? So coming back to the weekly now, I'm going to go back to this point I made before from coming down to the SMA 26. So we can see that we are almost there. 426.62 is the level for that. So we'll see if we can get some support somewhere around this SMA 26, just like we did down here, and then we did down here. But down here, we're also getting the crossing of the SMA 50. So it is possible that we do go further and we wait until we get to that SMA 50, which would be coming down on the monthly to this SMA 12 level, which is where we consolidated over here. And that would be somewhere around the $403 level. So now we have the EMA levels that we're going to watch. We're going to watch the EMA 12 on the monthly here, and then on the weekly, we're going to watch that EMA 26. That's it for today's look at SPY. I'd love to hear what some of you guys are thinking or what you'd like to see me taking a look at in some of these videos. So if you have any ideas for some courses in technical analysis, or if you have any specific tickers you want me to analyze, please note them in the comments below.